All right, 9.4, the tangent ratio. Okay, so we're getting into a little bit of basic introductory trigonometry. But let's do a little bit of review here real quick. So we have a right triangle here. We're trying to find the missing piece here, x. We know that y is 8 and 15, which is the hypotenuse is 15. So we're going to use good old Pythagoras. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We know 8. We don't know b. Again, you can interchange a for b, makes no difference. But 15 must be c. Okay, well, 8 squared is 64. 15 squared is 225. When you subtract that, you get 161. And I'm going to square root both sides, and I'm going to get approximately 12.7. 161 actually does not simplify. There are no numbers in there. So we can leave it like that, or the approximate 12.7. And it says y is a ratio, y over x. So that's simply 8 over the square root of 161. But we don't like that. So we have to do this, rationalize it, which gives us 8. Whoopsie. It never hurts to practice rationalizing. 8 radical 161 over 161. Or 8 over 12.7. 2 decent answers. Number 3, which actually should be number 2, just, counting is hard. So, same thing, we got to find our hypotenuse. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Doesn't matter what you name it. I'm going to go with a squared this time and call it 4.5. b equals 7 squared. All right. Well, if you take 7 squared, 49, minus 4.5 squared, you end up with a squared equal to 28.75. And then when you square root both numbers, obviously we're not going to be able to simplify 28.75, so we'll just leave it as approximately 5.4. And if we wrote that as y over x, that would be 4.5 over 5.4. Okay, so now we have this new idea of a tangent ratio. So ABC is a right triangle. The acute angle is A. And we say the tangent of A, written tan A, is basically opposite over adjacent. So what you want to think about here is what the word adjacent means. Okay, the hypotenuse is always the hypotenuse. That was not supposed to happen. Hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. Okay? But when we're talking about looking from angle A, we're looking here. And think about if we were actually standing here. And we were looking, through a telescope. We're just looking down the road. Well, we have two sides, two legs. We have this leg way over here. And then we have this leg right here. Well, which one is closest to us? That would be AC, the blue line. Okay? Close means adjacent. Adjacent means close. So that's the way to think about it. The leg closest to angle A, actually forming angle A, is AC. And the leg way over there, okay, all the way down the road is BC. So that's the way to think about opposite versus adjacent. So let's look here. It says, find the tangent of S and the tangent of R. So basically it says, let's start by looking here. That's our S, okay? Well, we know that's our hypotenuse. So that's not going to be used here. So we got to figure out which line is closest to us and which one is far away. Well, ST is right here. So I'm going to label that adjacent. And 80, TR, is all the way over here. That's opposite. So you just say the tangent of S is 80 over 18. which you could reduce as a fraction to 40 over 9. Or as a decimal, it says take it out to 4 decimal places. It's 4.4 repeating, but since it says write it as a fraction and a decimal place, we have to write out 4 4s. Okay? So either one of these answers is appropriate. Fraction reduced and decimal to 4 places. Now I'm going to redraw this real quickly and just perfectly. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay? And we really don't care about our hypotenuse again because we don't use that for tangent. But this time, we're looking from R, kind of in our example when we learned about the tangent ratio. So, the tangent of R, we have to say which side is way far away. Well, that's the 18 this time. And which one's right there next to us? That's RT, which is 80. Which is just going to be, this time, 9 over 40. Just the same thing, just flipped. And that works out to be approximately 0.225. And since it says 4 spaces, we just put a 0 there. Okay? It ends at 5, but it says 4 places, so we just put a 0. 0.2250. That's what the tangent of R is. Okay. Now, we're finding what we know the angle, but we don't know the side. Okay? So, we say the tangent of this angle, 32, that's just a mess. The tangent of 32 degrees is, we know 11 is way down the road, so that's our opposite, over adjacent, which is right next to us. Now we're trying to solve for x. Now I'm going to show you the technical math way and then the shortcut. The technical math way is we need the x on the top, not the bottom. So we're going to multiply both sides by x. When we do that, we end up with x times the tangent of 32 equals 11. And now since we want to get x by itself, we divide by the tangent of 32, which is just something we're going to type in our calculator. And we do that on both sides, because it is actually a number. Okay? So when you type in your calculator, and you hit tangent of 32, you get a decimal. Okay? So, it is actually a number, so we're dividing 11 by that number. So let's see what happens here is we end up with x equals, and you can just type in your calculator, 11 divided by tangent of 32. 11 divided by tangent of 32. And just hit enter. And there's your answer. Okay? And it says round to the nearest tenth, so that would be 17.6. Now, what was the shortcut? Shortcut is basically whenever x is on the bottom of your fraction, these two can just switch places. Okay? So for example, you don't have to write this down. If I had tangent of 47 equals 9 over x, I can just switch places here. X equals 9 over tangent of 47. And type that in my calculator and I'm done. So whatever way is comfortable for you, go ahead and do that. Now, this is kind of a vague one. It says use a special right triangle to find the tangent of the 60-degree angle. Well, if we have a 60-degree angle and it's a right triangle, right, we have this. And we can put any numbers in. We're just trying to find the relationship. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself, and I'm just going to use 1 for my short side. Because I'm just trying to determine a relationship. And I always want to start with my short side, and I'm giving myself an easy number. So, the tangent of 60, again, what's opposite 60? Well, this side down here. And what is that? Well, that's 1 root 3. Because we take the short side times root 3. So that's the opposite side. Root 3 over 1. Okay? So that ends up being approximately 1.7321. Carried out to 4 places. Okay, last example. Real world example of this in real life. So, basically you have a 59-degree angle. The distance from you to the tree is 45 feet. You're trying to find the height. Okay? This is a very practical, real world example here. So, basically, I have a 59-degree angle. I have an adjacent side, and I have the opposite side. Supposed to be a P. So, adjacent and opposite is tangent. I know my degrees, and I know opposite over, I could use H there if I want to, 45. Now this is the easy one. You don't have to worry about any switching anything. If you want to get x by itself, you just multiply both sides by 45. And you literally just take your calculator and type in 45 times the tangent of 59. That's it. And you get about 74, it says rounded nearest foot. So that is going to be rounded nearest foot, 75 feet. And that's it.